Alrighty then, so we are now 10 minutes away. I'm not sure if I should put my camera on or not. But yeah, now most people do this with mainly them and then the E3 or the presentation very small to maybe a quarter of the screen. I prefer just to have it large. Not sure if I'm going to put my camera on or not. Actually, I think I will. Today I am wearing my, wasn't stuck in my trousers. Today I am wearing my Mario t-shirt because why not? I actually need to lower my chair. Yeah. So I've got a new chair. I'm still messing about with the height, trying to get everything sorted out properly. Don't have the camera set up for the height that I had it at. Should have sorted this out beforehand. But yeah, I really can't wait for this E3. I'm going to be doing my E3 review probably sometime this week. So far though, Bethesda has been my favourite E3 presentation, which is actually something really weird to say because it's Bethesda and they're, for the past few years though, their E3 has been so bad, and the only thing that's really changed this year is Aisha Tyler isn't there, so maybe that's what's changed and made it better, I don't know. But yeah, apart from that, Devolver Digital, there's, you can't even say that was an E3 presentation. That was just them ripping the piss out of everything. That was, oh, it was so good. I like Bethesda's. Bethesda was good. I'm glad to finally see Skyrim on the Switch. You can tell that it's not the original release, but it's not the full blown special edition. It's somewhere in between because basically the Switch is somewhere in between. Microsoft was good. I'm glad that they didn't spend too much time on their new system on the Xbox One X, previously known as the Xbox One Scorpio or Project Scorpio, whichever you want to call it. Excuse me. They showed a lot of good games. EA, I didn't watch EA. Not fully. I watched the Star Wars thing, but I'd seen the gameplay of that 2 days before because it leaked, and I really like Star Wars, so I'm going to buy Star Wars. I've actually bought recently. Where is it? It's down there somewhere. Recently bought Horizon Zero Dawn. Thought I may as well give it a try. I'm actually liking it so far. I bought it just today, actually, about 4 hours ago. No, Super Lucky Tale, Super Lucky's Tale even. I'm not sure. It's not meant to be Conquer because it wasn't Conquer anyway. It just looks like a 3D platformer really, and it was a bad idea to show a 3D platformer in the same E3 that Mario Odyssey is getting shown because just no, that's a bad idea. Really like the look of Anthem. Anthem to me is the Mass Effect that we should have got instead of Andromeda. That sounds bad, but that's how I feel about that. I can't really remember much from Microsoft's E3 apart from Anthem. Sea of Thieves was there as well. I'm a little salty about Sea of Thieves because earlier in the year I sold my Xbox One, and the day after I was invited to the technical alpha or technical beta, whichever it was, for Sea of Thieves, and I didn't have my Xbox One then, so I'm really salty about that because I really want to play Sea of Thieves. I'm pretty sure it's coming to Windows 10 as well, so I may as well try and get it on Windows 10. Not sure yet. I might have an Xbox One. I might get the Xbox One X. I mean, I do have a 4K TV over there in my workstation. I don't have a 4K TV, obviously. I've just got a little bleh TV right here. My monitor's here, camera's here, PC's down there somewhere, Switch is here next to my trusty microphone, PlayStation 4's down there, and my Xbox will be down there somewhere when I decide to get another one. From Sony's E3, if you've watched one of my previous videos, you already know how I feel about what they've done. There was a leak for Monster Hunter World. It's been out for a while. Most of that leak was true from what we'd seen, and there's still a lot of stuff that we haven't seen from Monster Hunter World, but I'm going to assume that the rest of this leak is true. And yeah, I'm still going to try Monster Hunter World, but I'm not optimistic about it at the moment. I'm going to get Monster Hunter Double Cross or XX or Generations 2, whichever it's going to be called when it's localised here. Getting it on my Switch. I already have 6,000 yen in my Japanese eShop account, ready to get that when it launches on August 25th. Definitely going to be playing that. Don't care it's in Japanese. I'm buying that as soon as it's available, no matter where it is. And thankfully the Switch is region free, so I can do that. For this, I do have a list of predictions. I mean, I haven't updated it in a while actually. Some of it's quite wrong now because we've already seen Skyrim, and it might still allow mods. I mean, I don't know. It's all red. I'm going to change the colour of this. I'll bring it up so people can actually see what my predictions were. And boom. If you can read it, fantastic. If not, I apologise. I'll just read it out to you. So, Zelda DLC release dates. This is pretty much one thing that's definitely going to happen. If they come out and say Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC Pack 1 is available after this presentation, fantastic. Stream will continue. I'll start streaming that. Fantastic. New Metroid 3D game, or 3D Metroid game. Really need this now. This is the one thing I think that they need to do this year. If they don't do it this year, then the chances of it ever being revealed gets ever smaller, and if it's not revealed at this E3, there's a chance that Metroid might never be revealed. Monster Hunter Switch, already have that. Monster Hunter Double Cross has been revealed for the Switch, fantastic. Pokemon Switch game, it's getting a little weird now. Mario Rabbids RPG, already seen that. Overwatch Switch version, that's fine, I've got it on my PlayStation 4 even if it doesn't get announced. Final Fantasy 14 Switch version. Now, this is becoming a little bit more real, because with Final Fantasy 14, Nintendo would need to share the servers with Sony and PC, and we know now that Nintendo are quite open to it. I mean, on the Wii U, there was a chess game that was cross-play with PC, and then there was Cubeman 2, which was also cross-play with the PC, and now in the summer, Minecraft will be cross-play with every platform it's on apart from PlayStation, because they're idiots for some reason. Fire Emblem Warriors release date, a little bit of an addendum towards that. Should get a demo for it, hopefully. Golden Sun Switch, please give us Golden Sun again. Splatoon 2 Testfire Round 2, that's obviously going to happen. Call of Duty World War 2, that's Indie Real, obviously going to happen, shouldn't even really be in it. New content, well, Nintendo content in Skyrim, we've already seen that. Get to use amiibos in it, get the Breath of the Wild Link costume, the Master Sword, the Hylian Shield. Apparently you can also use some Smash Bros amiibos and some Mario amiibos, so fantastic. Skyrim will allow mods, hopefully. Well, 10 seconds to go, so I'm going to shut up. Well, this is ARMS. I don't mind it, they're showing arms at the start. I know a lot of people are going to be annoyed by it, but it doesn't bother me. Rocket League! Nice! Professional driver, they're not. Parking Tournament Deluxe. I'm still getting that. FIFA 18. I don't generally care for football or sports games, but a lot of people do it. I might still get it, I'm not sure. Yeah. Splatoon. Can't wait for Splatoon 2. I really hope there's another test fire. Rocket League's definitely something that was should have came to the Switch. I'll definitely buy that. Empoleon. So we got a few announcements there without anything being said. Reggie uses a light theme. Reggie's a failure.
Here's the fun. It's a test that you pass, or a quest that you fail. A race against time. Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else. It's a journey, a passport to new worlds. Maybe even an odyssey. Look, feel, an exploration. Close your focus.
What's the pin?
Open your mind.
I can't tell what his pin
Yes,
is.
the journey requires the right ticket. And that ticket is Nintendo Switch. But in the end, it's not just
Switch
where you
play?
can take your game. It's where your game can take you. So let's go.
That looked like Xenoblade 2 there. Xenoblade 2.
Story goes that when the world was young, everyone in all rest lived on the world tree, together with our divine father, the architect.
Ultra's going to be losing his shit right now.
Elysium.
This better not get delayed. I know there's a rumour saying it's going to get delayed. I hope it doesn't.
You're a blade.
As the driver of the Aegis, can you take me to Elysium?
I'm in. Let's go to Elysium. I'll take you there myself.
So I was just pouring myself some juice. Oh, the Monado looks amazing. That was a different battle system. It was a much different battle system actually.
We'll show you what me and Pyro are made of. Take this! Now that you've come this far, there can be no turning back.
Yeah, it's English voice actors again, which is really good.
Is Elysium.
I knew Ultra would be going crazy. The music is fantastic. Oh. 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 That sounds like an English person trying to do a Scottish accent. Don't delay it. Dude. Holiday 2017. No delay, just like I said.
Sometimes you need a hero. Unfortunately, fiery, stone cold hero with an insatiable appetite.
Kirby! Kirby switch. Okay. Wonder if you can play this multiplayer online then. They had something like this on the 3DS recently. It was free. Where you fight monsters, just do the big boss battles and that's it. Wispy Woods. Kill him! Excuse me. Kirby. Next year.
Hi everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. I hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far.
Just get to the point.
When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video game fans from all over the world as a home console that could be taken with you anywhere, I felt so relieved. Take Switch outside, come together, and share the experience. This idea was how we hoped people would play with Nintendo Switch. But people are
We
coming
don't
up
need this.
with many creative ways to play, in all kinds of places, in many more ways than we expected.
This bit isn't needed.
Nintendo and its third-party partners will release many multiplayer games that can be played anytime,
Remove that.
anywhere, and with anyone. We hope there will be many heated competitions that will be ignited by Nintendo Switch. Now we'll continue our look at even more new game worlds for Nintendo Switch.
That was a waste of 30
Before we
seconds.
do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend. Please take a look.
Hi everyone,
Pokemon.
I'm Tsunekazu Ishihara from the
And they said first look.
Just the other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch. This is the latest version of the premier Pokemon fighting game. Two people can dive right into battle using two Joy-Con controllers. So you can experience heated Pokemon
Right, but-
battles with just one Nintendo Switch console.
We know this. Get to the.
There are
Move along.
special editions, including new Pokemon, and this deluxe version of the game will be on display at E3 for attendees to play. I have one more announcement.
There we go.
Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo.
That's what we needed.
It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it. all
Good.
the same.
Proper Pokemon on console.
This year's
Home console.
Ishihara-san, thank you very much. We heard that the Pokemon series is being developed for Nintendo Switch. What kind of Pokemon game will we be able to play on Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself.
Yeah, so are the rest of us.
This year's E3, we're mostly showing games that will be released in 2017.
Yeah, that's fine,
Please
but
know that here at Nintendo, we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you'll look forward to them as well. Now let's continue on with the journey with Nintendo Switch.
That was a waste of 2 minutes apart from the Pokemon, but just get to the point. Don't mess with my emotions. Do not mess with my emotions. Oh! Prime 4 is fucking real. It goes against what they said about Metroid Prime, but it's fucking real. Oh my god, I'm actually fucking crying. Oh, that's what I was waiting on. Oh my god, I'm actually crying. Okay, no. Oh, I dropped my glasses. No. This is too much. What the fuck? I don't care about anything else in this now. Nintendo. I don't know how you win E3, but Nintendo just done it. Oh, where's my specs? Oh, right, Yoshi. Oh. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I need to grab my phone and go into Discord. Oh, I'm done. Oh. Oh, okay, technically this is Fire Emblem Warriors. I don't care. No, just nothing or E3 has beat this. Just this is it. This E3 is done. Nothing will beat this E3 for Nintendo. Nintendo just made sure they have had the best conference, no matter what, for the next 100 years of E3.
Remember that you can rely on your friends. We're with you.
Get it together, you two. If you can't do this, who can?
You fought your way this far. There's nothing you two can't do.
No matter the danger, we can overcome it if we're working together.
All right, let's move out.
Working together, we can finish this.
Right, I knew that was coming fall 2017, but
Hi there, I'm the Legend of Zelda series producer.
DLC, here we go.
You may have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few days ago. It was announced that select Zelda items will
Yes, we know
appear
this.
in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. I'm really looking forward to exploring Skyrim with the Master Sword in hand. Oh, this Master Sword get in my hand. Next up, we'll take a look at the DLC packs for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let us take you on a new Hyrule adventure.
I'm just tweeting here, so. I really can't wait for this either. This is going to be fantastic. I'm loving the way they're doing these new directs, just no filler. Just game after game after game after game after game. Apart from that little bit of talking every now and at the start, but okay, I think I've calmed down now. I think I've calmed down now. Oh, my phone back and it's dark. Oh. I mean, I've already got all the Koroks, but it'll be good for when I start a new game or on other profiles. Master mode. I really can't wait for Master mode. I mean, I know people are salty about it being DLC for Heart mode, but I don't care. I want it. That's a new Lionel. When? Yes, I would. Come on, Cass, tell us. Mifa. Can't remember his name. Rivali. And Urbosa. Nintendo are not going far. Nintendo hasn't went far enough. The Champion's Ballad. Right, okay. And that's the story DLC. 30th of June. That's 17 days away. Switch and Wii U. What was the answer for that again?
What did you think?
Oh, it's this obviously.
One more announcement that I'd like to share. The 4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo.
Obviously.
Mifa. The Goron champion, Daruk.
Daruk, that's it.
The Rito champion, Rivali. And the Gerudo champion, Urbosa.
I'm getting them. I don't care what anyone says, I'm getting them.
For amiibo in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Of course you'll be able to use these in the DLC packs that you just saw, so please look forward to them.
I will.
This changes the game. Travel the world. Bring people together. Play anywhere with anyone. If video gaming is a journey, then anywhere has
Grand Theft Auto 5.
right here in LA during E3. This is Magic Week, where booths buzz and
Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what that was teasing.
you've heard about suddenly spring into life. And this summer,
That's teasing GTA 5.
competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitation,
Yep.
which brings teams from the Americas, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan to see whose colorful skills are the best.
I'm going to be watching that.
The Pokken Invitational will be
I'm
held.
going to be watching that as well. I was really into competitive Pokken.
Later on Wednesday, we'll see 8 players throw
I'm
punches,
going to get right into competitive on that as well.
which launches later this week. 4 of our players will be pros, and the other 4 will be E3 attendees who rise to the top by battling on the show floor. If you're going to E3, we hope you'll accept the challenge.
If I was there, I would.
No matter where you are, be sure to catch up with Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 for all the details and news about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS. But now, there are a few more
I really hope that's teasing Grand Theft Auto 5.
before we land in the booth. Let's go.
Rabbits. Right, they shouldn't be showing this. We've seen it already, but I want to see more.
Ubisoft is proud to announce
Eve Guillemot.
Rabbids game. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
I do like Eve.
Will be developed exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. The Rabbids' crazy personalities and unpredictable behavior will shine as they
I was skeptical about this, but it has XCOM gameplay, so it's going to be gameplay wise. It's going to be good.
filled with combat and exploration. Mario and his
Mayo.
friends will join them in an epic quest to put the kingdom back in order. We can't wait for you to play the game.
At least I've not spent too much time on this. Rocket League. It's about time this was on a Nintendo system. Wonder if it'll have it does. It has amiibo support. Exclusive customization items, exclusive battle cars, cross network play. That'll be with Microsoft.
On behalf of everyone here at Cynex, we're extremely excited to announce that Rocket League is indeed coming to Nintendo Switch. We know that both the Rocket League and Switch communities have wanted it, and now we're going to release it, complete with cross-network support that lets you play against opponents on other platforms.
The Switch version will have all the features and modes we've
It's definitely going to be with Xbox and PC. Not sure about PlayStation, but yeah, nice holiday season. Have we seen this? Monster Hunter. Is it? It's not. Is it? Oh no, it's Odyssey. Nice. I'm surprised it took them this long to get to it. Although we're at 1723 just now, so. Is there some fucking sombrero? Mario just possess. Mario can possess things. Nice. Okay, this got even better. Oh my god, they can possess humans. And they can possess a fucking T-Rex. What? $27th of October. Nice. That was it. And even in those 25 minutes, it was so much better than everything else. Oh. Oh. What was that? You need people? Ever so slightly. Ah, here we go. So there was going to be announcements in this as well, at least in the first hour.
But to get things kicked off, we're going to take another look at Super Mario Odyssey.
Obviously.
Video in the spotlight is going to be we're going to take a look at some gameplay. I'm Sam from the Treehouse, joined by my colleagues from the Treehouse, Rob, and Scott on the end. And we have some very special guests with us for this segment. We've got the game's producer, Koizumi-san, and the game's director, Motokura-san. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
And really need to see more, just any Metroid.
So I know folks are probably really excited to get into gameplay, but before we jump in, there were a lot of really cool reveals in that video, and I think folks are going to be really interested in all the different directions that you're taking this game. But at the core, there's really...
I am so happy that Metroid Prime 4 was announced.
まず今ビデオ見ていただいてどうでしたか？その何か面白かったことはありますか？
First, could I just ask you, was there anything you saw in there that particularly surprised you or interested you?
Yeah, that you can possess things.
My heart stopped. So exciting.
ああ、よかったです。今回のマリオはテーマは旅になっていて、別の国に行った時の驚きをすごく強調しています。
So we have a theme of going on a journey in this game, but we're also trying to give the player a lot of surprises, and I think the dinosaur is a really big surprise for us.
マリオシリーズってマリオが持っているその分かりやすさであるとか、可愛らしさであるとか、誰でも分かるような共感というもので、まず作ってきて、今もこれも入ってるんですけども、今回は特に旅の驚きっていうことをすごく、盛り込みたいので、驚きというテーマを、体験もそうだし、ビジュアルもそうだし、たくさん詰め込んでます。
We also want to balance that feeling of surprise with some emotional resonance, giving people something that's familiar, that's attractive, that's really cute from the Mario series, and bounce people back and forth between the familiar and the surprising.
でそれを体験するための新しいプレイシステム。
I'm just checking Discord at the moment. I like to check it on my phone because it messes things up on the PC if you're trying to do anything else. Especially when you're streaming, it can get annoying.
今作は帽子を投げて敵や物を操ってとある地球を冒険する
Get to showing it.
So the kind of overall story of this game is, you're going around, you're throwing your hat, you're taking over different enemies and objects, and you're traveling the world while you do that.
そのパワームーンっていうのがイコール驚きになっていますので、その帽子を投げたりいろんなものを操って箱庭を探索してもらえたらと思います。
And we talked about surprise before, but basically the unit of surprise.
Breath of the Wild DLC this month on the 30th. Cannot wait.
Find things that are surprising, and that gives you power.
So let's get into some gameplay. Rob, you're going to take us into New Donk City.
I am. First, I'd like to take a quick look at the Odyssey, for which the game is named. It's the ship that Mario uses to travel the world, and it's powered by these power moons, so you keep needing additional thresholds of them to get on to the next kingdom.
Fair enough.
And just to show off a little bit of the new moves, obviously there's the hat throw, you can stay in place, which is sometimes valuable. It can grab things for you.
Fair enough.
Two kinds of coins, which we'll talk about a little later on.
Actually, during that little dialogue box, we saw Cappy.
Oh yeah. Cappy is both the red hat that he's wearing and also in his native form, he's a white top hat.
Fair enough.
One other move that's pretty cool is the circular throw.
Not sure what games they're showing here. Reggie did say that they're going to be making announcements during it, so...
Fairly exotic things like turning electricity travel through wires.
Fair enough.
So how did the capture mechanic come about?
そうですね、今作はものすごくいろんな試作っていうものを、してから作っています。
So when we were making this game, what we started out doing was making just a huge amount.
I need to check Twitter.
このキャプチャーというアクションもそのうちの一つ。
And this capture action was just one of those prototypes.
みんなでアイデアを出し合った中に出てきたんですけども、それをそうですね、2、3日ぐらいで作って遊んでみたらものすごく面白かったので、すぐゲームを中心に入れようと決めました。
So, it was just one of the ideas that came up, but we worked on it for 2 or 3 days, and it just instantly turned into something that was really fun, and we decided, well, okay, this
I really need to see what's going on on Twitter now, because I have a feeling it's going to have exploded.
The Mario games along these lines are so known for when you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Here we've got so much stuff that just looks interesting, and you're wondering, okay, what will happen if I throw my cap at it? You never really know what's going to happen, so you want to try everything just to see.
何でも試してみたくなる仕様ですね。どういう要素があって。
そうですね、いろんなものに
I definitely hope when people, while they're playing this game, they just throw their hat at everything and try all sorts of different things.
That would be right now, normally, if you were following the story path of the game, you'd be talking to Mayor Pauline, who wants you to recruit musicians. There's one there. But we're going to ignore that right now because there's lots and lots of things to do beyond following the main story of the game. Like possess rockets and turn into rockets with mustaches.
Actually, that's an interesting note there. So you mentioned Mayor Pauline, and I think our sharp-eyed viewers will have noticed that some of the street signs are references to some Donkey Kong characters. We've got some interesting references going on there. I wonder, Koizumi-san and Monokura-san, if you could tell us a little bit more about the city. It's got some interesting backstory.
Bill Trinan says you want to watch the first 2 segments of Treehouse, so he's probably saying that because there's something big being announced on it.
Certainly you can tell it's from Donkey Kong, and the name New Donk City probably leads you to a couple of hints, but we can't get into too much of it.
And I like the shirt you're wearing, by the way.
That is a
good choice today.
Please look forward to hearing more about that.
I gotta take a long way.
Oh, good luck. And this is interesting here where we see, I mean, really throughout New Donk City, and I think throughout the world, we've got
Metroid Prime 4, I mean, I find it weird that it's called Metroid Prime 4 because Metroid Prime was confirmed as a trilogy, but we have a new 3D Metroid coming. That instantly makes me want to give this a 10 out of 10. They're just a 25-minute thing. Makes me want to give that 25-minute presentation a 10 out of 10. Metroid Prime does that for me.
So, going back to that prototyping process I was talking about before, we obviously create lots and lots of different ones, lots and lots of different game ideas. And then next what we
I really like this possessing mechanic as well.
So, you know, we put it in the stage, we like combine it with different art assets, like kind of like real things to see what it might actually look like or work in game, and then try playing it.
そうするともっとこうしたいとかいろんな意見が出てくるのでそれをさらにそこに上乗せして作っています。
And then, you know, obviously out of that,
I don't care that we've not seen any Metroid Prime 4 and this. I know it's in development, I know it's coming. I'm happy with that.
先ほどちょっとタクシーなんかをジャンプさせるのもスーパーマリオサンシャインでもちょっと似たような仕様があったのでそういうところからちょっとヒントを得ていきます。
And so, you know, you saw before, you know, we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in Super Mario Sunshine at the time. So in that way, we're also getting hints from past games.
Can I quickly interject that in the as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit musicians. When I was first playing this game for a feedback report for the development team, I could not figure out how to get to this guy on the top of this building. You could barely see him. He's a speck right now on that triangular building. And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really long and that worked. And a bit to my surprise. And I wanted to know, when you saw that report for me, was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing?
Nintendo of America is advertising cross-network play for Rocket League, which was really good.
はい、それは読んだんですけれども、今日ここでプレイするとは思わなかったです。
Yeah, I did read that. I didn't know you were going to be playing that right now.
Amiibo for Direct, Mifa, Rivalet and Urbosa are coming soon, and that's weird, but it just stopped. I stream things from my Wii U to make things simpler, so. So as I said, Nintendo advertising the new Amiibo, and then someone says sold out already, which is probably true.
So this is actually one of the two kingdoms that's going to be playable on the show floor. The show floor, of course, isn't open yet, so we don't have folks playing the game at this moment, but I'm really looking forward to talking to folks after they've played it, because I think there's so many different ways to problem solve and find moons in these kingdoms. I'm not even sure folks will find everything over the course of the show, but we usually talk about how different people
Someone says that Mario is honestly the most overpowered fucker in games.
Experimentation. You are kicked out of the level every time you find a move. There is no reason not to investigate every little thing you can see that might be interesting. There's no time limit. There's no disincentive. There's lots and lots of cool stuff. Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, it is a very interesting change that adds, I think, to the immersion in the kingdoms. When you think about Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Sunshine, whenever you got your, so whatever the collectible objective was, depending on the game you were playing, you get bumped out of the area and you'd have to come back in. But here, since you're not going to get booted out of the kingdom when you collect a Power Moon, there's a lot of encouragement to just go check out that weird thing you saw on the horizon, because you can still continue with whatever your primary objective is on the game. But then, you know, keep on tracking and finding moves.
Another reason to explore everything is that there's very little punishment for dying. I just lost 10 coins, and there's lots. So, and I get to try again right away.
Oh. Soraya Saga. Twitter username, obviously. Who is working on Xenoblade, to say stay tuned to Treehouse.
Well, apparently this is not my day for this challenge.
That's right, third time's a charm, right?
Yeah. And if at first you don't succeed, give up on the third attempt.
I'm just looking at the space where we saw other sections of New York City, and looking here, I'm just so impressed with the texture work that's been done. I feel like every time I see me build this game, more and more of these textures are just jumping out at me. It's really fun to see in person.
It is a gorgeous game, and we're going to have some other sections later on in the stream that are going to highlight some especially pretty areas.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah.
And I'll keep my fingers and toes crossed. Yes. One thing that we haven't mentioned yet that we probably should talk a little bit about is the fact that you're playing with Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached.
Yes.
And that's a really fantastic way to play this game. It of course supports Pro Controller and other controller options, but you can do so much with the motion controls, and throwing Cappy feels very intuitive.
I'm actually really... Yeah, Pokemon is coming. A core RPG Pokemon game is coming to a home Nintendo system. That is massive news. Oh.
So many of your gestures will affect how Cappy moves that while you're holding the Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached, you really want to just try moving your arms in different directions. Like, okay, I'm going to try sort of up, down, out. But I was really impressed by how well that implementation was put into play.
I'm actually roasting.
Yeah. So here we're in the Sand Kingdom, in the town of Tosarena.
I just realised my TV is still very loud, which means it's coming through the mic. Sorry guys.
Yeah, actually, if you hang still for a second, we can show his little idle animation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's cold.
I love the locals here too.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he really shivers.
Oh, poor Mario.
So let's see here. One thing I did want to show is...
I've been awake since 3 o'clock this morning, so I'm quite tired.
I believe the first time in the mainline Mario series you can actually buy things with your coins. And I wanted to ask the developers how that came up, that currency should be worth currency.
なんでコインで買い物できるようにしたいと思ったんでしょうか。
はい、今回はコインを本当にお金として扱おうと思いました。
So we wanted, coins to be used as coins in this game, actually use them as money.
外国に行った時に
good point.
国のお金ってすごいなんかいいし。
And I think you'll agree, if you go to a foreign land, one of the things that makes the biggest impression on you is the currency.
これ使えるのとか思ったりしないですか。
You kind of look at it and you think, wait, is this real? Can I use this?
今回はマリオもいろんな国を旅しますので、その国。
Why is that cactus not killing him?
And since Mario was going around to all these different kingdoms in this game, we wanted to make sure that there was a currency for each one.
要素はコレクトするコインの要素になっていますので、集めたものでコスチュームを変えたり、お土産を買うことができます。
And they're collectible items, so you can use them to.
I get a feeling we won't see any Metroid Prime 4 gameplay until maybe early next year.
kinds of coins, as we mentioned. The purple ones are unique to the local kingdom. The yellow ones can be used in any shop. I'm going to buy, because the guy at the door said maybe I should, I'm not living up to their dress code, maybe I should buy some clothes to fit in better. I'm going to buy a local sombrero and poncho. And wait till you see how adorable Mario looks.
And making a Mexican.
Adorable. I just love the shopkeeper.
Yeah, and their huge stack of hats.
It's so cute.
And you can see some of the souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to decorate the inside of the ship. Nice. And now I'm rocking this look. And let's go try that door again. So my capabilities are the same. You know, it's still Cappy, even though he's turned into a different kind of hat now. He can turn into any kind of headwear apparently. Exotic superpower. And all right. So I go over and talk to this guy.
See if you meet the expectations now. Ooh, snappy and lively.
Snappy and lively. I think the hat is the one and the poncho is the other. All right. This is, of course, the goal I was working toward all this time.
I love all these little moments of surprise where
I can't wait to see the inevitable videos of the haters bitching about this.
Yeah, exactly.
Really can't wait to see those videos start popping up.
3D Mario gameplay over this direction.
now that you are terribly well dressed, it's time to go do some exploring.
Yeah. And Bowser's footprints, I must be on the right track. So notice that by using the motion controls, I can actually use the little homing function on the hat more easily.
Huh.
It is possible with the button controls only, but it's much more difficult.
Alright, the classic Goomba.
Yeah. And let's just do a big one for that. And yeah.
And that's, I guess something folks are probably noticing here. So you're not capturing those Goomba. It's not every single enemy that's capturable.
That's true.
You've got to find the special ones.
Oh.
And a lot of it's having a good eye and just experimenting a lot with your cap.
I think they're a shade bigger, the ones you can capture, but I'm not positive of that.
Nice.
So bullet bills, of course, are useful because you can fly with them. And now I've got to very quickly capture my ride back.
And with bullet bills, you can only capture them for a limited amount of time because at some point they're just going to blow up.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, you
when
only
you've
get
got
so
a
much
bullet
time
bill.
with the explosive guys. Alright.
Yeah, a lot of I think Metroid, apart from Mario Odyssey, Metroid's going to get 100 on Metacritic.
So this place has these murals that look like they're decorated in this cool old school aesthetic.
Link Between Worlds. See? Link Between
And I've
Worlds.
still got my costume.
So, Koizumi-san and Murokura-san, I think we definitely need to hear a little bit more background about why you added this into the game, because it's so cool, but it's so unexpected as well, I think.
I love it.
3D の部分は面白く探索できるように比較的多い
Okay, that was awesome.
So we wanted to make something that would be, sort of a contrast with the 3D stages that you're able to explore very freely.
I like the fact that you can jump onto the walls like in Link Between Worlds.
The 2D spaces are kind of more confined. They're more precise. It's more like kind of sort of traditional platforming elements.
同じステージの中でもそういった違った遊びっていうのを入れた
Fresh energy drink.
But also within the 2D stages, as you can see, we wanted to have a lot of different variety.
もちろんこう昔からのゲームが好きな人にも楽しんでもらえるビジュアルになってます
And of course, with the visuals, we're hoping it's something the people who enjoyed kind of those classic nostalgic games also get a kick out of as well.
So one thing I'd love to show off when we're getting out toward the end of this space is just how much the music changes when we're transitioning back and forth. Because I know we've been chatting, maybe it's hard for some folks to hear what's been going on here, but if we just pop in and out of that warp pipe, it's a pretty impressive transition when the music changes.
there's no warp pipe up here.
Just don't jump off. No.
Yeah.
No,
But
no,
you can
no.
now see that it's more of a naturalistic instrument. So I'm going to skip ahead and show off the last part of this scenario. Okay, so for that, I will need these.
The Joy-Cons I have.
Wrist straps, people. Always wrist straps.
I mean, I don't wear my wrist straps, but my Joy-Cons.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning too that we're only covering a tiny bit.
Any game you want on the Switch is on the go-up. So,
Alright,
yeah,
so here we are. This is
can't
much
wait.
later in the level. I'm still got my snappy outfit though. And watch these
Metroid Prime 4 while I am lying in bed doing nothing. That's what I'm going to be using it for.
So another thing that's really handy about the bullet bills as a capture
Excuse
target
me.
you'll see here, when you're trying to target for really precision
I
flying,
wonder if they're going to show Monster Hunter.
No,
Oh, I'm doomed.
but it's got a little bit of a headlamp, so you can kind of use that to line yourself up.
It's super handy.
I really hope they put Monster Hunter in on this.
I love that. It's so cool.
That would just be
Alright, you got this.
the gravy to what we've already seen.
And with the bullet bills, you can also give yourself little speed bursts as well. Shaking the Joy-Con will let you go a little bit further. So it's worth experimenting once you get a feel for the timing of how long a bullet bill will last.
It's kind of like driving a car. It doesn't have any brake pedal. You can go faster, you can steer, but that's all you can do. And all right, so
I really
here
want to
we're
play
about
this Mario.
One of the Brutals, and folks may have seen them in our original teaser trailer for this game. They are an evil.
Yeah, look, it's a
wedding
heart
planning
container.
firm, and I'd love to hear more from the developers about how they came to be and what your favorite Brutal is.
ブライダルという団体がこのペコンを企画してるグループらしいんですけど、なんか一番気に入りのブライダルさ誰かいますか？
そうですね、
I mean, I've got a case for my Switch. I mean, it's just like this thing here. I've taken my Switch out maybe once or twice, but that's about it. I'll probably be taking out a lot more in the coming months, especially after I get Metroid Prime. I really can't wait. Metroid Prime is the one game I wanted to see, and or at least have it announced, and it was, so I am more than happy about that.
My favorite is Topper, the kind of shorter
Where
one.
did I put my phone? Oh, there it is.
Green top hat?
Yeah, guy in green. Yeah.
Yeah, Topper.
How about you, Kozumi-san? Do you have a favorite?
小泉さんのフリーのあ、そうですね。ちょうど今出てるハリエットっていうその可愛いウサギさんの、キャラクターなんですけど、なんか可愛い香りしてるのに結構凶暴なんで、そのコントラストがすごい面白いなと思う。
This is really good timing because the character I like the most is the one you're fighting right now, Harriet. She has this great contrast between her cute appearance and like how devilish she is. She's sort of like the tricky little sister of the group here.
Her attacks are really fun to watch as well, especially when she starts flying around.
And it's worth mentioning you fight each of the Brutals a few times, but their tactics get more and more intense and dangerous.
But I'll be honest, having planned a wedding last year, I would take the help of evil wedding planner.
Yeah, I mean, any evil help is better than no help.
And they're very dedicated to their work.
And they're willing to fight
care.
your enemies for you, and that's pretty great.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
I'm looking at still images of Nintendo Ultra's reaction to Metroid.
Alright, so that's a grand moon for 3 power moons.
And there we see Cappy in his natural state as well.
There he is, celebrating with Mario.
Nice.
Alright, so that's what we have for gameplay for right now. We did have one more little feature, I believe.
Yes, we've got some new goodies that have turned up here on stage with us. So
Amiibo.
these are the amiibo for the game. We've
See?
got Princess Peach, Bowser, and Mario in their wedding outfits, and I just need to ask you guys about the development process for these because the detail of the sculpting is incredible. It must have been a very interesting process getting these to the state they're in here.
このアミーボ はすごいなんか細かい作り方になっているようですが、それについてちょっと説明していただけますか。
はい、ヒロインであるピーチ姫をより可愛く
Excuse me again.
作っています。
So first of all, we've got our heroine Peach, and we wanted to make sure that she just, absolutely stunning.
あとクッパとマリオもそのお相手であることに十分なビジュアルとしてデザインしています。
And then from there, we have Mario and Bowser as well, and we had to make sure that, in terms of visuals, they weren't going to lose out.
They gotta keep up.
Yeah, they gotta keep up. Yeah.
あとこのポージングっていうのも今回のテーマに合わせて物語性を持たせているのが特徴なんです。
And another characteristic of these is that
I know we're not going to see Metroid during this, but it would be nice.
Yeah, Mario's got kind of a humble bow thing going, and Bowser's kind of looking like I own the world.
And I think Bowser looks pretty dapper here, though.
Yeah.
But it is really amazing. I don't know how close we can get the camera here. We got a better look here, but in person,
yeah, Rocket League Cross Network Play for Nintendo Switch. Well, Rocket League Cross Network Play includes Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Windows 10, and Steam version, but again, not the PlayStation 4.
And I wonder, at this point, is there anything you'd like to share about the functionality of Amiibo for our viewers?
そしてアミーボの機能性について何か
ですね。
Sony are messing that up. Bigly.
コスチュームを手に入れることができたり、あとはゲームの中でのお助け機能として活用することができます。
So you'll be able to use the amiibo to get different costumes within the game, and then they'll also have kind of an assist function.
And we do have existing Amiibo that are supported as well. I think we'll be talking more about that at a later point. But I think that's all we're allowed to show for right now, unfortunately.
Right now. We'll be showing more of this game later on
Yes,
in
we'll
the
definitely do
stream,
that.
of course.
But Motokura-san and Kozumi-san, thank you again so much for joining us here and sharing some of the insight about the development process of the game.
今日来ていただきありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました
Thank you
very much.
And folks who are watching, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back in a few seconds here with our next segment, so please don't go anywhere.
I don't know what's up with Sony. I mean, it's just everyone thinks that Nintendo is behind with their online service, but at the moment we're living in a world where Nintendo is more progressive with their online service than Sony is, which is weird. Yeah. I know people have got Rocket League on both the PC and people have got it on the Xbox One, so I'm always going to have people to play with, so fantastic. It's something Sony needs to do. Obviously, I mean, they've got Final Fantasy XIV, which shares servers with the PC, so there is some cross-play there, but I'm not sure why they don't want to do it with other consoles, which would be better for them because the controls are more in line with it. I'm not exactly sure why they're against it, but Sony's going to Sony. It's good music. I probably did have it on PlayStation Plus, but as I said earlier, I lost access to my previous YouTube account on it, the account that I used for my YouTube videos. So now I'm just using my main account and another account for YouTube, basically. YouTube PlayStation account. Account that I set up on my PlayStation to play games while I'm recording for YouTube. It's an easier way to, easier and longer way to explain it, but still, I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to buy Rocket League. I'll get it on my Switch. I was thinking about buying it because Studio Q, Usman, Pretendo Usman Pretendo is Studio Q. Never mind. And so Pretendo, Studio Q, Ultra, and Usman are all saying that, and I need to get that. So may as well get it. I'm going to get it on my Switch. I know a few of them people on the Switch that I know might get it there, so hopefully they will, and I have people to play it with. But if not, I know people on Xbox and I know people on PC that both play Rocket League, so I'll always be able to find people that I can play it with. I wonder though how they're going to handle friends and cross networking. And Minecraft, for instance, if I want to add someone in one of the servers to a friend list, are they going to have an in-game friend list where I can add people to that and it gets saved to my profile in that server, or just in the game in general? So that's something that's going to need to be explained a little bit further. So basically, if they're in a server and I'm not in that server, I can join them in that server and things like that. Rocket League as well, if you want to team up with people, say it's me, a PC guy and an Xbox guy, and we all want to play in the same team. How do we do that? Do we have a server-sided friend list where we can basically add each other's friends on it? So then me and my Switch, my friend in the PC, my friend in the Xbox One can all join together as one team. Or are they not going to do that? We need to know this information. Actually, not a lot of people there. Compared to last year when that was packed, but that was just Zelda last year. And yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it's 10 AM there just now, so a lot of people are going to be at school and things like that, or a lot of people are going to be elsewhere or just waking up.
Welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse.
And we're back.
I'm Sam from the Treehouse, and for this segment, I'm joined by my colleagues Reggie and Teresa.
Oh.
So, Reggie, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
3DS.
I'm feeling great. The spotlight was, as I said, direct, to the point. The reaction by the fans has been fantastic. I mean, certainly Super Mario Odyssey and what we showed from that. The little snippet of Metroid Prime 4 had the fans just tremendously excited. And, you know, it continues our overall message of how we approach E3 and what it is that we're trying to do. For us, it's all about showcasing content, typically content that's near in. So obviously we showed a little bit of ARMS, a little bit of Splatoon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming later on this year. And then we also showed a couple little snippets of things that are coming a little bit further along. But so far the reaction has been fantastic, and it just continues, right? And that's why we're here on Treehouse Live, a little bit more in-depth view of the games, and so far so good.
Right on. I know we're kind of in the calm before the storm right now. The floor still isn't open, so we can actually
The floor's not open, that's why people aren't allowed in yet.
It hasn't been packed with people yet. Just do some exploring around the booth. What do you think of New Dog City come to life here at E3?
You know, the booth is fantastic. The team that we have that works on the booth design and the look and the feel,
Mario Tank,
both from an NOA perspective as well as with the headquarter team at NCL, every year they are outdoing themselves. Last year it was the takeover with Breath of the Wild. This year it's all about New Donk City and creating an environment for consumers to really go deep into the game. About half of the booth is all about Super Mario Odyssey. The other half, we're showcasing all of our other content, including third-party content. We're showing FIFA 18 out on the floor. So it's a great booth. And as you say, this is the calm before the storm. Just as I was coming in earlier, there are already thousands of people out there just waiting to come in. And typically, when the doors open, it's like the running of the bulls, and they all come crashing into our booth. So it's going to be fantastic.
Nice. I remember last year we were down on the ground floor, and you could actually feel the rumble in the ground.
It's going to be exciting. But again, you know, for us, the spotlight was a focus on Nintendo Switch games. What people don't understand is that as we construct our overall presence at E3, we're very thoughtful around what's the best way to show content. And so Nintendo 3DS is going to play a key role here on Treehouse Live. We've got content that we'll be showing today. We've got content that we'll be showing really throughout the 3 days that we're here.
The floor
and it's important that
isn't open yet, so when it does open, a lot of people will be rushing in. I know a lot of people are going to want to play Super Mario Odyssey.
Pokemon Ultra Sun, Pokemon Ultra Moon that was announced last week. That's going to be a fantastic holiday drive.
And then Pokemon coming on the Switch probably next year.
And you know, what people don't realize is that Nintendo 3DS was the only platform that grew last year in 2016 versus 2015. The only one.
That's pretty impressive.
And we've sold 66 million globally of Nintendo 3DS. Again, more than any other platform in this generation. People don't know that. I've got my handy dandy new 2DS XL, and obviously in continuing.
I have my handy dandy new 3DS XL, and if I just move this wireless keyboard out the way. I have this too, my Link Between Worlds Limited Edition one with the Triforce. So this hasn't been turned on in a long time. As soon as I got this one here, this went into retirement. Hasn't been updated or anything like that, so it's still on a very old firmware.
It's pretty sweet when you can play games and you're like, it's work. I'm doing this because I have to do this.
You know, so funny story is I'm playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and putting in a lot of hours in that. I've got my family saying, so, you know, you're doing this just for E3, right? You're doing this because you have to be able to show off and tell people to finish the game, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'm doing it because I enjoy it and I want to do it. And so it's fantastic.
I don't know, using the work excuse might be a good way to get out of chores. You're like, sorry, honey, I have to do this. I have to keep playing this
No,
game.
it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It means I have to play early in the morning or late at night. So, but
and actually thinking of other things that we've got going on in the booth here and just over the course of E3, we probably should touch a little bit on the tournament activity we've going on, because right below us there's a pretty boss stage that has been constructed.
Well, absolutely.
I'm going to be
Again,
watching
the
this.
tournament activity is a key part of what we're doing here at E3. 3 different tournaments, starting off with Splatoon 2 later on today. Then we've got Pokken Tournament.
I'm going to get right into Splatoon 2
Hopefully everyone saw how I
competitively.
humiliated Jeff Keighley playing ARMS on his show. But that game is going to really show
on
well,
the
I think, from
Splatoon, the original one, on the Wii U, it was difficult for me to use the motion controls, so I couldn't really do much in competitive in that. I'm still managed to get up to an S rank, but it took me a long time. I'm playing with motion controls for Splatoon 2 during the test fire on the Switch, so probably continue that with the full release.
I've watched a few folks where they're maybe pro Smash players or pro players for another series, so they really are used to getting into the nitty-gritty and into the weeds of the mechanics, and you'll just see their eyes light up as they start playing ARMS. It's, oh, I'm getting this. This has got some interesting depth and flexibility to it. And I mean, even within the office, watching who's been picking which characters are their mains and how we're gradually sort of growing as players as we're duking it out against one another. But it's been a real fun ride.
It's going to be exciting. I'm really excited to see how the players.
I'm going to be maining Ribbon Girl.
How they showcase Pokken Tournament as well. I saw a little bit of the pre-gaming going on, and that's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be very exciting for us.
So what else are you thinking as far as some must-see titles that we got going on here? Because we've got a lot to cover.
Well, we've got a lot. I mean, you know, again, everything that we have on the floor here is showcasing and showing off fantastically well. I'm pleased to see the third-party support. We've got Rabbids on our show floor. Ubisoft obviously has that game in their area. That is really fun. I've been able to get my hands on that game. That is really fun to play. So it's going to be very exciting. We've got Fire Emblem Warriors here on our booth. That game is showcasing well. Really, everything we have shows so well, and I'm really thrilled to see what we're doing with third party as well.
And if we can jump to this, I think on this subject of cool titles, you've actually got something a surprise for us.
I have a nice little surprise, right? And I said when I was with Keeley, that literally within the first hour of Treehouse Live, we would be breaking news. And that is what Treehouse Live is going to be doing all through the next 3 days. So we have some news. We have a world premiere of a new game. This is a Nintendo 3DS game that'll be launching later on this year. We're going to play for you the video for this new game. And then Teresa's going to demo it, and we've got the developers who are going to come talk about it as well. World premiere game announcement on Nintendo 3DS, just for you.
Oh, it's another Metroid. I hope it's Federation Force 2. That'd be fucking fantastic. That'd be hilarious. A 2D Metroid. Oh, a side-scrolling Metroid. Oh, 2 Metroid games in development. Samus Returns. Nice. Nintendo's got this E3 in a chokehold.
Well, surprise.
Yes, I am so excited to actually talk about this game.
Welcome back, everyone, to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Audrey. I'm here with Teresa and Tim, and we have 2 very special guests with us. We have Sakamoto-san, the legendary creator of the Metroid series, as well as Jose from Mercury Steam. So thank you so much for joining us today. And as we just saw, we're going to take a look at Metroid: Samus Returns.
The competition's going to need to go into therapy after this.
Start. So for the people at home that aren't familiar with the Metroid franchise, this is Nintendo's premier exploration-based sci-fi action game. It features Samus Aran, who's a renowned bounty hunter, and she's been sent by the Galactic Federation to planet SR-388 to investigate and annihilate the Metroids.
She's the best at what she does.
Oh yeah, she's super cool. And this is actually a reimagination of the original Game Boy Classic that was released in 1991.
Oh.
Metroid 2, Return of Samus.
Nice.
And this game is just, it's beautiful. It's
a little bit shinier than the Game Boy version.
Yes, it is. And this game is still about discovery and exploration. You know, there's intense boss battles, and there's so many pathways to discover, and you can take your time through it. And
this is classic 2D Metroid to a T. It's got the isolation, the exploration, and of course,
oh, I can't wait for this.
Generally being amazing.
Yeah, and
this will release before Metroid Prime 4.
On the 3DS is that there's so much detail in the background, and it's really heightened with the 3D feature on. And you can't see it at home right now, but it does feel really, really good.
Yeah, it sounds cheesy, but it adds a lot of depth to the experience.
Yeah. Oh, and something I want to actually show here on the show floor. So, in the past, Samus was able to
got a
aim at
full
45 degree
range.
angles, but now she has this whole range of motion, which really allows for precision here.
It's really nice because, especially as you get further into the game, there are enemies all over the place. Having the freedom to shoot anywhere you like is incredible.
Yeah. So the free aim. So the free aim here is also really cool here, where when I'm actually moving it, and I actually have
If you want to put the audio on, I didn't even notice.
The cue will audio cue will change and also that it will highlight in red. So again, it allows for a little bit more precision here.
Yeah, it's still up to you to aim precisely, but that nice visual indicator is just very helpful.
Yeah. And Samus here has her very basic abilities, and so as I keep exploring and seeing new environments, I'll hopefully gather new abilities to upgrade my suit. So this is another new ability that Samus has in this game, and it's a melee counter. And if I time it appropriately and immediately shoot, I do a critical hit on the enemy.
Nice.
But in the circumstance that I don't immediately shoot, I have some time to actually just shoot from afar and give myself a little bit more leeway to not get hit.
The melee counter is a new ability, as you mentioned, and it's really great because this game gets challenging.
Oh yeah.
It's very, very difficult, and since we have Sakamoto-san here, while we're speaking about challenges, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about some of the challenges you encountered while
Hello,
developing.
Hamza.
このタイトルを、開発中に、出くわした、チャレンジや課題は何だったのでしょうか。
はい。メトロイドに限ったことじゃないんですけれども、ある程度確立されたゲームデザインのゲームに今までやったことの
To be honest,
加えるというのはとても難しいことなんですね。
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it's
another Metroid 2 remake was good. This is better.
Like this with an established style of gameplay, it's adding, what sort of new elements can we add to something that again is established and has had
Why can't Metroid crawl?
success in the past?
特に今までのシリーズファンの方々が満足していただけて、それでいて刺激的というものを追加するのは非常に難易度が高いって思っていました。
Yes, I mean, I really felt that it would be difficult, or could be difficult, to bring in new elements that would add a lot of excitement and at the same time make the fans of the franchise, happy and satisfied.
でも今回のサムスリターンズではうまくいきました。
But I think this time with Samus Returns, I think we've done a really good job.
なぜかというと、私は非常に素晴らしいパートナーに巡り会えたからですね。
And why is that? It's because we found this really amazing partner to work with.
マーキュリー・スティームさんです。
And that's Mercury Steam.
星さんありがとう。
Mercury Steam's working on this.
Yes, thanks to both of you.
They're doing Lawbreakers.
Speaking, you actually got Samus's legendary morph ball ability.
I did, and this is very, very handy to get, as you can see through certain tunnels here. Here's a save station, which I don't quite need right now. I'm going to keep on going and exploring this area. And here, this is a pretty bleak area from where I just was. You'll see this gate here.
New.
This is a little different from the original game.
Yes, just slightly.
And for people that haven't played the Metroid 2 in the past, this purple liquid is actually very painful, and I'll just kind of...
Yeah, don't... Oh, yep. She did it.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, so I can't really go down there, and I want to, and I can't really interact with this right now, so I'm gonna keep on moving
Excuse me.
And see.
And that's the nature of this game, is you'll come across areas that you just can't survive in yet, you just can't get past, and you'll have to acquire new tools and abilities to be able to keep exploring and keep pushing forward.
Exactly. So since I couldn't go through the door, I went up and around.
I really can't wait to play these new Metroid games.
And this is also a brand new feature to the Metroid franchise. These are Aeon abilities.
Oh.
Aeon is a very mystical and powerful energy source, and they actually give abilities to Samus that are very different from the technical upgrades that she gets for her suit. So this one that I just gathered is called the Scan Pulse. And what it does is that... I should remind people that the Aeon abilities are actually not... They're limited. You can't just spam them whenever you want to. And so they'll have their own energy, and you'll have to gather power-ups for them, and also more energy in order to refill that tank. So just to showcase...
One is Scan Pulse.
Yeah, so to showcase the Scan Pulse, if you see the bottom screen, the map usually kind of explores once you start moving, but if I use the Scan Pulse, it'll actually open up this quadrant of map already.
That's actually quite
and also on the upper screen it'll show
useful.
blocks that I can easily break. So now I know that, there was an actual hidden path there. So.
And normally you would just have to shoot everywhere to try and find breakable blocks, and you can still do it that way if you want to, but if you have the Aeon to pull it off, this scan pulse is also very, very helpful.
Yeah, keep in mind though that not everything can be easily.
I wonder when this releases.
So that's kind of some ammo that you'd have to waste, and it's nice to actually have the Aeon ability to strategize about which one am I going to use? Am I going to use my ammo, or am I going to use the Aeon ability in order to keep on discovering and exploring?
Absolutely, and throughout her long career, Samus has had a lot of unique abilities at her disposal, and as we've seen already, this game adds even more. So, Jose, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the process you guys went through of adding new abilities like the melee counter or the Aeon abilities.
Yes, well, from the beginning, Sakamoto-san wanted my Christine to challenge ourselves to bring new ideas to the series. So we were given freedom to prototype a lot of different ideas and mechanics and see which ones would better fit within the Metroid universe. And once these ideas and mechanics were discovered, it was just a matter of iterating and polishing.
Oh, amiibo support.
Wonderful. They really add a lot.
Bet you can use amiibos in
Yes, they do.
Metroid Prime 4.
So here's an energy station, and I'm a little bit low, so I'm just gonna take that.
You always want to take advantage.
So yeah,
every little bit of
I bought one of these.
matters.
Yeah, for
As you
sure.
can see, it's got
You'll
some
notice that
Majora's
the
Mask stuff on it.
beeping
It's an
started.
amiibo
That's
card.
actually my Metroid detector. It's telling me that there is
It's
a
a
Metroid
spoofed amiibo
nearby.
card. This is how I got my
And for people that don't really know what Metroids are, they're an alien species that
Fierce
they're pretty
Deity
dangerous,
outfit
and
and
they suck up the life form of alien species in order to survive.
Yeah, you don't want to hug a Metroid necessarily.
and
Yeah, exactly.
Breath of the
Another thing I
Wild.
want
Just
to showcase here is actually the mapping system that this game has.
mind is just
now
all over the
that,
place at the moment.
In case I'm not able to go through a door because I don't have the ability to unlock it,
That's a lot.
yes, I have these pins now that I can just drop it onto the map, and then that will kind of be my note for myself that, oh, I want to revisit this later once I grab an ability and maybe I could try it later.
And as you mentioned, this game is so much about exploration and going back and trying to find every square inch of the map to find all of the many hidden secrets.
Really can't wait for
the
both of
system is
these
actually
Metroid
very, very
games.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting close, but I'm going to go investigate this area.
Your Metroid senses are still tingling, so keep searching.
He's getting closer because the beeping is getting a little bit more insistent.
Oh, nice. Found a hidden missile tank.
Yeah, but see, there was an example where I kind of knew already that this pass was there, but the scan pulse would have been very useful right there.
I need to check Twitter again to see what's going on with this.
So
This is probably why an AMR2 was taken down. AM2R, sorry.
that block is breakable, but I can't shoot it, so I'm gonna try a missile instead. It's open.
And that's a good point. If you ever run into an area you can't progress past, use all of your weapons and abilities. Oh, it's a little friend. Hi, friend.
It's a Metroid, but we're actually not fighting him. We're actually fighting its first evolution, and this is known the Alpha Metroid.
He looks twice as friendly as a regular Metroid.
So if I time it correctly, I can actually melee counter him, and it gives me an advantage to actually hit him for more damage. You'll also see that he'll drop these little sparks. If I actually hit those sparks, I'll get more ammo replenishment. So in case I end up using all of my missiles, I could always go around him and try to shoot those in order to get more missiles.
Nice melee countering. And I'll say, I don't know how well the home audience can hear this, but the sound effects in this game are incredible. The music, the atmospheric sounds are just really great. So, Sakamoto-san, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what went into the development of the soundtrack for this game.
サウンドトロや SC に関しての、その開発、その制作した感じ、および受けた影響などについて話していただけますでしょうか。
今回のサムスリターンズでは、スーパーメトロイドの時のゲームサウンドのコンポーザーが2人参加しています。
Well, we have two of the composers who worked on Super Metroid on the team for Samus Returns.
彼らはもうそれ以降のメトロイドシリーズの音楽をずっと担当してますので、もう僕が何も言わなくてももうこうしてほしいという音楽をどんどん提供してくれるんでも
And you know, and they've worked on pretty much every Metroid title since that time, doing music for us. And so I really don't have to say anything. They just go do what they do, and what they do is create great music.
Lock them up. Don't ever let them go.
Whoops.
So you made quick work of that Alpha Metroid. Good work.
I did. So I'm actually going to go return to that gate that I couldn't get to before and see what happens now. As I make my way there. So in the original Metroid 2, whenever you defeated a certain prerequisite number of Metroids, the ground would rumble and then you would know that you would be able to proceed to the next area. So now, in this game, you have these gates. And if you press on it and you enter the Metroid DNA that you had just gathered from the Metroid you just killed, it will enter into this gate, unlock, reduce this hazardous liquid that was killing me before.
Fair enough.
And now I'm able to get to the next area.
It's really cool having this really visual cue of your progress in the game as well.
Yeah. So now I'm going to go to a later area in the game.
And we've gotten a glimpse of it a little bit, but the 3DS hardware really goes a long way in bringing this world to life. It helps communicate the isolation of Samus being stuck on this alien planet. So, Sakamoto-san, could you speak a little to how you used the 3DS tech to bring this world to life and really reimagine it?
3DS 技術が、没入感、雰囲気、まあそれ上に、この未知の惑星サムスの一人の
Everyone's going crazy over this.
より高めてると思いますが、3DS 用にどういうふうにその技術を使って、この世界を、創造し直されたのでしょうか。
はい。確かにおっしゃる通り、今回のというか、サムスのこのゲームですね。ここでは3D の立体視というものが非常に。
So this is coming out this year.
例えばじゃあ技術面でホセさん何かありました？
Yeah, I mean, I do think that with this title, of course, with Samus, the 3D, the glasses-free 3D effects are put to great use. It really does help build the world that we're exploring. But I'd like to go ahead and ask Jose to talk a little bit about some of the more technical aspects.
Yes, it was very clear to us from the beginning that if we wanted to convey to the player the greatness of the inner depths of the planet and the past glory of the Joso civilization, we had to provide a big sense of scale thanks to the depth given by the 3DS capabilities. So we wanted to reflect this from early on in the development process, this scale, through the first initial concept arts.
Thank you so much. Oh, and you've gotten yourself in trouble, Teresa.
I always do. I ran into his room and he didn't like me being here.
Oh, you woke him up from a nap. Don't do that.
But I'm stuck here until he gives me leave.
And now is not the time to play with it necessarily, but I wanted to point out that you also got your spider ball upgrade.
That's right, and
really handy.
I also got bombs here. So these are actually very handy for taking him out. Oh my gosh.
So while you play with your new friend, this is obviously
Looks like a Volvodon from Monster Hunter.
And that brings to mind the fact that all of the enemies have actually been redesigned for this version. So Jose, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what the process was for redesigning the enemies in the original game.
Yes, we wanted to respect the visual design of the regular enemies as far.
Oh, I'm so happy.
But we had to
2 Metroid games announced in the same day.
So they could fit with our new gameplay.
Within an hour of each other.
Then lose much of their original feel in the process. And as for the Metroids, they were the stars of the show, along with Samus in the original game, and this we wanted also to be the same in our game. And they suffer a massive overhaul from the visuals of the original game and their gameplay mechanics. And also we wanted to clearly show the transition in their life on from one Metroid to another. And this is something that is very clearly reflected in the movements, behaviors, and attacks.
Thank you. And good work, Teresa.
Oh, thank you. So I could actually take the spider ball, and the spider ball is actually an ability here that's very, very unique to Metroid 2. But I'm actually going to do a very hard technique that I am not doing very good right now. I swear I practiced this.
The bomb jump.
Oh no. Alright, well, last
Metroid
try.
fans have spent hours trying to get to the craziest places using bomb jump.
Oh no.
But as you're trying to work your way around this map, that also brings me to the point that a lot of the maps have been redesigned for the new system. So, Jose, can you speak a little to the process of redesigning the maps as well?
Yeah, we wanted to respect as much as possible the original layout of the original game because it has such a distinct structure within the Metroid series. And well, we wanted to add a lot of new series or new things because we wanted to be felt also new. And we added lots of sections different from the original game because we wanted to accommodate all of our gameplay needs. And also we wanted the game to be more, the exploration to be more dynamic and diverse than in the original game, introducing some classic abilities from other games in the series but that were not present in the original game. And also we added some new, of course, special abilities that are unique to this title. So the combination of both made us realize some very interesting situations regarding level design for players to actively take their player forward in new ways.
Actually, before I take this elevator, I want to show this. This is also a new feature to Metroid Samus Returns, and it's a teleport station. This actually helps a lot with the mobility of the game, where instead of backtracking all the way through previous areas, you
That'll
can
help a
use
lot.
a teleport to quickly jump into a new area. And this actually really helps when you're trying to gather some items that you weren't able to in the past, or explore new pathways that you weren't able to. I'm not going to
Excuse
take
me.
it right now. I'm actually going to go back and take this elevator to a new area.
But you're right, it's such a huge addition to the game, being able to more quickly get to the areas you've never been to and find all those juicy secrets you weren't able to get at before.
Well, because like gathering all these items, it actually rewards you in the end because it does get more difficult
really
as
hard.
you further get into the planet, and the baddies do get really hard. So you definitely want to get all those upgrades and the items, and it rewards you. But you can also choose not to if you want a challenge. So I've visited previous lava rooms before, so I know that this red door looks a little bit dangerous, but I'm gonna go in anyway just to show.
You're a rebel.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, so I'm gonna actually use the scan pulse because I see there's something up there, and I'm pretty sure there's a pathway, but just to make sure. Yeah,
While you have the Aeon energy, might as well.
there you go.
Excellent.
So we're gonna go up here.
I love how if you had just shot up above you, it would have looked like there wasn't anything to break. So
Yeah.
it's actually good that you used your scan pulse right there.
Yeah, I have gotten lost more than once. Here's another suit upgrade.
Really can't wait. 2 Metroids announced on the same day within the same hour.
Really epic.
I love how vibrant the colors are. It's just, this world is so Metroid.
Very acidic.
Yeah. And it's just, again, it's really cool when the 3D feature is on because you get to see all the stuff that's happened in the background. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in here.
You know, Samus has her classic suits.
Yeah, her various suit. So I can't go here, so let's try going back to the way we came from. Oh, that was close.
That was close.
That was very close. I like to play dangerously.
And now you can survive the very, very hot
So
lava.
we're gonna explore this room now. And we could always go back and explore other lava rooms to see what we missed.
I have to point out that this is all one planet, this is all SR388, but look how different the environments are. It's a big planet.
Oh,
so there's
yeah.
a lot of different areas and a lot of variety.
So much variety, yeah.
Oh, I should not have woken up so early today. It's now 6:30. I've been awake for
On its own. So here I'm gonna
almost
show a
16
new
hours.
ability called lightning armor. And what it does, it gives this green glow to Samus, but also overcharges my melee and lets me go through enemies without taking much damage. But it does take away from my Aeon pool, and so I want to actually save it in case I need it later.
Yeah, every time you get hit, it actually makes your Aeon gauge go down, so you
That's right.
can't just run foolishly through a group of enemies unless you want to feel a lot of pain.
Yeah, so here's another door that I'm unfortunately not able to get in through, so I'm going to do another pin here. But I'm also going to show here, there's this information screen that will actually, it will show different items that are shown in the map, and if you're not quite sure what that icon means, it will actually tell you here. And it will actually unlock too once you've discovered it and you know how to interact with
excuse
it.
me.
So definitely keep an eye on these because these are actually really informative.
It'll help you remember what you already know.
Yeah.
And we've already seen a few new Chozo artifacts, but that brings me to the question, Sakamoto Sakamoto-san, can you tell us a little bit about the decision to integrate more Chozo artifacts into this version of the game?
他のメトロイドゲームに比べて、この作品は、より多く彫像の作り出したものがあると思いますが、その背景について教えていただけますか。
はい、このゲームの舞台になっている SR388 という惑星は彫像文明が栄えて、そして滅んでしまったという非常に謎を秘めた舞台なんですね。
So, this game is set on SR388, and it's a planet that was home to the Chozo civilization at one point, and so it saw the Chozo flourish, and it also saw them crumble. So this whole area has this historical background of being a place just sort of filled with lots of riddles.
なので彫像文明の遺跡であるとかそういったものがたくさんあるわけですね。
So that's why you see all of these again Chozo ruins
Excuse me.
throughout the game.
サムスリターンズ遊んでいただくとその文明の謎がある程度わかるんじゃないかなと思う。
And I think if you get a chance to play Samus Returns, you might find some of the answers to the riddles that the Chozo civilization left behind.
What a tease he is.
さらに謎が深まるんじゃないかなと。
But it is possible that there may be some new and more intriguing riddles introduced through the game as well.
Oh.
Fine, I guess everyone's just gonna have to wait and see.
ネタバレしないようにね、はい、自分で皆さん頑張ってプレイしてもらいたいですね。
And Teresa, you've gotten yourself into trouble again.
I did. So this is the second evolution of the Metroid species. This is the Gamma. I was able to do a counter melee on him finally as he came up close to me. But I'm also going to use Ice Beam because it seems to be really weak to his nucleus. So I'm just going to keep on attacking him. But yeah, he's
really can't wait for this.
He's swooping down on me.
That's what tied me over till Metroid Prime 4.
But that's a good point. If you're ever fighting an enemy or a boss,
The first Metroid in HD.
Choice doesn't seem to be making a big dent. Try and
Really need to see some footage.
your other weapons or abilities because they might be a little more successful.
And since I'm a little bit low on health, I'm gonna feel safer if I put on my lightning armor. So I'm just gonna go here.
You've made him mad.
Yeah, he is not happy with me.
Just gonna throw this out there. Those spider legs are really creepy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders, so yeah, this guy creeps me out.
Oh, he's turned red though, so you're doing well.
Yes,
almost there.
I should be almost there.
And that's another kind of visual indicator to show you that you're getting closer to making mincemeat of this guy.
Yeah, and there's all those audio cues too for when's the right time to oh boy.
Oh.
When's the right time to melee him? So it only happens when he goes down on the ground. But yes, I was able to successfully kill him.
Good work.
All right. Well, with that, I actually want to show another later area in the game because I think it'd be really cool to show the fans.
Excellent. Let's do it. So while you switch to your other save file, Sakamoto-san and Jose,
I wonder if Metroid Prime 4 will have
how you
online
went about
gameplay.
balancing this game, because there's obviously a lot of abilities, and it must have been difficult to balance making them feel useful to players without taking away from the challenge.
やはり新しい要素をゲームに追加するとそのバランス取るのが大変難しいと思います。やはり十分な能力を提供したいけれども簡単になりすぎたら困るし、
Excuse me.
どうやってそのバランスを取ったのか。
Oh, new weapons.
そうですね。やっぱり強力な武器っていうのは使うと爽快ですし、お客さんも使いたいでしょうし、我々もどんどん使っていただけというのは
High jump.
Well, of course, it feels great. It's exhilarating to use these really powerful and dynamic abilities.
I think I'm going to have to play Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 again.
ただそれをやたら使ってしまうとゲームがすごく簡単になりすぎたりとか、あと新鮮味が失われたり緊張感が失われていったりして、どんどん刺激がなくなっていって価値が下がってしまうという懸念があるわけです。
But one of the things we have to be careful of is if we overuse them, if we make them too powerful, it reduces some of the tension that you feel in the game, and it sort of has the counter effect of actually reducing the excitement and sort of again that thrill that we want players to feel. So again, it's a really delicate balance.
サムスリターンズでいうとビームバーストっていうその連射ができる機能があって、これが一番その例に今打ちましたね。 これのバランスと非常に難しくて、やはりマーキュリースティームさんにもいろいろとご迷惑かけたんじゃないかなと思います。
Well, yeah, and I think a good example of some of the difficulty in that fine-tuning is what we just saw on screen, is this beam burst. And what's difficult again about finding that balance is you have to measure the effect of the weapon, and you also have to take into consideration the amount of energy uses and the supply of energy that's available to you, and trying to come up with again a balance that works throughout the game and keeps all of those factors in mind. It can be quite challenging. I think we put quite a load on Mercury Steam and having them do that, but I think they did a remarkably good job.
I wonder who's developing Metroid Prime 4. I wonder if it's Metroid or not Metroid, Retro or someone else.
Alone, but only because they can be used in combination between them, and also they can be combined with the classic abilities too. So at the end, it was pretty tough, but we, however, are very confident that we finally found the best possible balance for all players to fully enjoy them.
I think you achieved a great balance, and trust me, it's still difficult.
Alright, so my Metroid detector went off again. And this is the Gamma Husk, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be facing him.
Maybe it's something cuddly.
Cuddly.
Little guy.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
So this is the next evolution. This is the Zeta, and he's pretty gnarly. I'm not a big fan of him. And as Sakamoto-san was saying that about the beam burst, I actually wanted to showcase this other Aeon ability because it is so it's so cool and it feels really powerful. Oh, and I missed my moment to the melee counter.
He does so much damage too.
He does. But I'm going to use a combination of abilities here, from missile to grapple to beam burst.
You really have to be on your game with this guy because he switches up his patterns a lot.
Oh, he does.
He's hard to predict.
And he's hard to predict, and he totally aims for me too. Like he's got me down.
Nice. That's just a beautiful melee counter too. I love how it slows down time and it has that really cinematic presentation.
Yes, it feels so epic and actiony, and I absolutely love it. This is my least favorite move. This one gets me every time. Oh god.
Oh.
And now you died on purpose so that we can see Zero Suit Samus.
She looks so elegant there.
Beautiful, yes. So thank you.
You're welcome. I aim to please.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again.
Yes, you can do this. We all believe in you.
I'm gonna skip the cutscene. I'm gonna get right into that. Alright.
Nice melee counter right off the top.
Oh, he was nice enough to give it to me, so I'll take it.
Yes.
The other side, so I got a good shot of the nucleus.
You know, he's not invited to your birthday party anymore.
No.
He ruined it.
I like green, but not in my face. No.
And as we're showcasing here, the new abilities, your beam burst there, your lightning armor, they add to the experience, but as to the balance they were talking about earlier, they definitely don't make it easier. You have the ion gauge, and you can't spam these abilities at all. I mean, I think you're already out of them, so.
I'm dead.
It's alright. Third time's the charm.
He's pretty strong. Yeah,
He's pretty awful.
I'm hopeful that this third time I can get it.
Yes. You have the power of Samus at your disposal.
I have all her abilities. Alright.
Oh, of course.
I'm happy I still got my 3DS. I know a lot of people that have sold theirs.
He's gonna feel that tomorrow.
Hope so. So mean.
Oh. Really? Not. Oh. What a Retro working on then?
Favorite. Oh god, I absolutely hate this ability.
Yeah, he's more afraid of you than you are of him.
Remember
Is that
really
That's
the case?
truth.
I don't think he cares much about
I wonder what Retro are working on.
Just when you think you have a handle on it, he switches it up.
Oh, yeah, I know. I always need to be on guard with him because it's never the same pattern or consistent at all.
You're getting really close, though. I think you can do this.
Oh, I don't know. I got 1 bar left.
2 bars.
Oh. No. No.
Oh, so close.
Dragged them down on top of her, that's why she
Alright, I
died.
can do it. I can do this. I swear.
We believe in you. This is the time. He's not going to do that move that you hate over and over again.
Maybe Sakamoto-san can give me some tips.
ヒントありませんね。
頑張ってください。
Good luck. Do your best.
That's all I get.
No pressure having the creator of Metroid watching you.
No.
Love how dynamic the beam burst looks.
It feels so good.
Really can't wait for either of these Metroid games. I wonder when this one's... I know it's releasing this year, but when?
And I ran out of Aeon energy. That was my best one.
Oh, stretch.
Gotta do it the old-fashioned way now.
Missiles it is. Oh, that was close. Come at me. Come on.
Just stay down.
Yes.
Oh, finish with the melee counter. That's beautiful.
She got him.
Well worth the wait.
Thank you.
Good work.
Well, that is all we have to show for game footage, but we do have some cool announcements to also show to
Some more announcements.
Shall we?
Oh, we shall. Alright, so, as you probably
It's gonna be some
at
amiibo.
the very beginning of the game, the surface area, amiibo functionality is active in this game. It does support the 2 Samus, the Zero Suit Samus and the regular Samus from the Super Smash Brothers line, but there's also 2 new amiibo that we're so excited to show you guys. So we actually have them right here. I'm gonna ask you to hold. Actually, no. I'm gonna give you the honors of holding him because he's so awesome. So.
A Metroid amiibo.
And this is the best part. He's actually squishy.
Like a Metroid.
So cool. And he's like breaking out of his little case and everything.
Yeah.
And then you also have Samus again here, but she's in her classic Metroid 2 pose, and that is just so cool. Like the amount of detail that's around her, it's just
Nice.
It's so amazing. She feels so cool.
And
So yeah.
These are going to be great additions to my collection, maybe your collection.
Oh yeah, definitely my collection. I'm a super big fan of Metroid. So we can't unfortunately tell you what the functionality is in this segment, but we will announce it at a later time. But we wanted to show you these because they're so cool.
Nice.
Yes, and
before we go, we wanted to ask if Sakamoto-san and Jose have any final thoughts they'd like to tell our studio.
最後に何か一言か何か発表したいこと何かありますでしょうかね。
どうしたんですか?
Yes, I wanted to thank Sakamoto-san and Nintendo for relying on us to develop this new Metroid game. So thank you so much.
Yeah. 私たちもマーキュリー・スティームさんというすごくいいパートナーに巡り会えて2D メトロイドの可能性をすごく広げることができて非常にハッピー。
Yeah, I think we're very happy, of course, to complete.
I'll have them pre-ordered as soon as they go up. I will have so many alerts put up for this as soon as they get put up, I'm definitely getting one of each. Excuse me.
What is it?
実はまだ映画出ないんですか？実は、今回のサムスリターンズでは、スペシャルエディションですね、特典付きのもの発売されて
Special edition.
Actually, we're going to launch and put on the market a special edition for Metroid Samus Returns.
Nice.
Wow, that's so pretty. So it also has on the cover the original pose from the Metroid 2 Return of Samus. So that's so cool.
Yeah, and we've got a soundtrack there and reversible covers.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty neat.
the soundtrack is actually called Samus Archives. It's a music CD and it has about I think 25 tracks.
Yeah.
And it's just a collection of all the games that have come out so far for the Metroid series featuring our beloved heroine Samus, including this one. So I hope you guys.
It was
really,
about time
I'm
they
super
announced a
excited for it,
new
so I hope you guys are too.
Metroid game,
It's
but they announced 2 today, so that makes up for it.
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you.
All right. So I think later today we're gonna have a trailer.
Oh, that's right. So one more treat for you all. So those of you that have a Nintendo 3DS at home, you're actually able to see the trailer that aired earlier today. And actually, because you have a Nintendo 3DS, if you're able to put on the 3D functionality, you'll be able to see that 3D depth and display. And you'll just be able to see how isolated and cool and all that depth that's in Metroid. So we're really excited to have that available for you today.
Nice.
You can download it for free on the Nintendo eShop.
Yes, and thank you so much for tuning in. We're so happy to be able to show you Metroid Samus Returns. Thank you again, Sakamoto-san and Jose, for joining us and speaking with us. And please stay tuned. Next up, we have Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, so don't go anywhere.
Metroid Prime 5 will probably be on the next system, but I'm going to stop streaming now because I need time to process all of this. And yeah, bye.